Hey there, guys. Today I want to talk about the tissues that make up our bodies. So our tissues make up our things like our brains and our heart and our blood and our skin. And so our brain is made of nervous tissue, and our heart is made of muscular tissue, and our blood is made of what we call connective tissue, and my skin is what we call epithelial tissue. That's the skin. So let's focus on muscular tissue. So the heart's a muscle, but so are all these muscles on the arm, and so are all these muscles in the gut. So there's different kinds of muscle. The muscles in the arm and on the skeleton are called skeletal muscle. The heart is made of cardiac muscle, and the guts and the blood vessels are made of smooth muscle. Now, the cells for these muscle tissues are all quite different. Right? Muscle cells, skeletal muscle cells are long and cylindrical, cardiac muscle cells make a web, and smooth muscle cells are short and spindly. The next thing we're going to look at is our nervous tissue. Now, the nervous tissue consists of the brain and the spinal cord and all the other nerves, and there's two basic kinds of cells. There are neurons, which conduct the messages, and there are neuroglia, which help the neurons out. It's pretty simple for nervous tissue. Now, my skin, there's a picture of skin, is made of epithelial tissue. Now, epithelial tissue make linings. They are lining type of tissues, but they can be outer linings like my skin or inner linings like the inside of my stomach and blood vessels. These are epithelial tissues. Now, epithelial tissues don't only make linings, they also make up what we call glands. Glands secrete things like saliva. All right, and then finally, the last class of tissue is sort of a catch-all for anything that hasn't been mentioned, like bone, cartilage, ligaments, tendons, blood, and we call this class of tissue connective tissue. Connective tissues, bone, blood, fibrous connective tissue like ligaments and tendons, and cartilage connective tissue. So those are all of our tissues in a very quick, ta-da! Now here you go, you can review them. Remember muscle tissue, nervous tissue, connective tissue, and epithelial tissue.